Casey, and we're here today to talk to you about something very serious. Something women are suffering in silence over. Something no one has had the courage to talk about on Shark Tank until now. We're talking about NFO. Nipple freak out! Sharks, when those headlights turn on, sometimes it's impossible to turn them off. At the gym, going for a swim in the freezer aisle. Guys, a little background. Most sports bras and swimsuits come with foam pads to prevent NFO. But one run in the washing machine and those babies are toast and impossible to get back in. This left us with two options. Use adhesive nipple covers that irritated our skin and collected lint and dust. Or wear an actual bra, but not every outfit calls for one, nor does every woman want to wear one. Say hello to CAKES Body. CAKES are reusable, washable silicone nipple covers that adhere naturally to your body heat just like this.
Wow.
We don't use any irritating adhesives, so CAKES are gentle on your skin and don't rip your nipples off at the end of the night. With our signature patent-pending design, CAKES are seamless, plus you can use them till you lose them, simply rinse, reuse, and wear again and again. And NFO is just the tip of the iceberg. That's why we're seeking $300,000 for 5% equity.
Wow.
So Sharks, who wants to make every day a no-bra day? Sharks, in front of you.
All right. So welcome back, super entrepreneurs, to another Shark Tank pitch review. I'm Joe Pardo. If you aren't familiar, business coach and been around business like 30 years of my life. So here we go. A CAKES body. This is I feel like I mean, I don't know what they do on the strapless bras, but I mean, my wife has like one or two of them or something like that, and I feel like it's like the same. Like it looks like the same. I'm kind of curious as to how well it holds up. Like, yeah, I mean, it could stick there when it's just with no movement, but like I want to see like moving it around and stuff, like go running or something and see is it going to fall off your arm or your chest. Is that I don't think that's asking too much, right? Like I want to know that it's actually going to do what it's supposed to do, like when it's not just, oh look, it's stuck, it's there, it's great. I'm assuming that's the case. I'm also assuming they got some sales. Looking for what, $6 million valuation, with $300,000 for 5%, which is hope. I mean, look, if it works, and the price isn't too much, on the per, I could see this being like a really big hit and really great. I mean, they can make one for guys. I mean, nothing's worse than having the workout shirt on and now I got my high beams on. Why not? Taylor, Casey, let's make that happen. Can we call it something else other than CAKES though? Because I don't love that term for a guy's product. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna check out their social media website at the end, as well as feature one of your comments down below from the super community. Let's get back to it.
In our 3 signature sizes, OG, Plus, and Itty Bitty. But first, Mr. Wonderful, come on up here. We want to show you how to use them.
Absolutely.
You have a beautiful head.
Thank you.
I'm sure you got that a lot.
Well, it's the Dome of Desire.
First of all, do you mind if we put a cake on your head?
No problem.
Okay, thank you. Everyone said you're such a good sport, so.
Cool as the dome.
Actually, we recommend CAKES under snug-fitting tops, like a bodysuit or a bralette. But
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, and they're
Right.
grippy, not sticky. And as you sweat and produce body heat, they actually grip even better. Thank you so much for being here. Such a good sport. They don't call you Mr. Wonderful for nothing. Who knew?
They do. Actually, there's no reason.
Well, it's really interesting to me. I mean, I put it on my arm. It is comfortable. It's light. I barely feel it. I have to also ask, I want to know about you and your backgrounds. And are you twins?
Yes. We are. We started our business very simply. We were like, we need this solution. Let's see if anyone else will buy it. So we both were working in corporate for the last 10 years. Things were going great, and I don't know if this was a sign from the universe or what, but we were both on the verge of a layoff at the same time, and that was really when we were like, do we want to look for
nipple came
another
to the
job?
rescue.
Yes.
That's it. People freak out. Who knew it was a big problem?
But guys, there's so much competition. I really want to know what makes yours better. This is a saturated
Better
market.
than what?
There's everything, right? There's tape, there's silicone patches, there's Band-Aid type situations. But what
Wow.
makes this unique?
It's crazy. When we first started, there was no one necessarily owning like the boob accessory and solution space.
There's
And
a boob accessory space.
There's a boob solution space. I'm in it.
when we first started, we designed the solution that didn't exist for us. In our case, we wanted something extremely seamless that didn't poke through our clothes. Typically, what we were finding on the market was a lot smaller and thicker. So ours is thick in the center, but it tapers to almost nothing at the edges.
So you get a seam-free situation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
you
a
guys
good
came in
point.
with a $6 million valuation, right? So you must have sales.
Yes.
Tell us about the business.
We started with only $10,000 from our savings, $0 in marketing our first year, no investors, and in our first year of business, we did $1 million in revenue.
All right.
Year-to-date, in the last 5 months, we've done $1.5 million and are projecting to end the year at $5 million.
Wow.
That must be profitable then too, right?
We are operating at a 35% net profit margin. So last year we did about $300K in net profit, and this year we've done over $500K.
Good for you, too.
All right.
Amazing.
Tell us how you
So that is that just goes to show you that if you so a few things, right? One, just because you have corporate jobs does not mean that you're going to have money just laying around to like invest in something like this, or any business for that matter, or to start any business. So look, $10,000, it is not nothing, but it's not a ton of money to get started, especially going from let's solve a problem to getting manufacturing and all that. So it almost sounds unrealistic because you got to source these, source the right material, source the the mold that you're going to use, and if it's like an injection molding that you're doing this with, those could be like $50,000 a piece, and sometimes it could take a couple molds to get right. So it almost sounds like too good to be true. But I don't know. Maybe they're not using. Maybe they got the molding right on the first try, and it isn't as expensive because it's not like a metal that they're like a metal or a plastic, injection molding type of plastic situation. And I'm curious as to where are they being made, or did they find a company that was already making these and say, look, this is how we want to change it and make it better, and then that greatly reduced the cost because they were able to make those adjustments and those changes to fit what they were looking for. It's kind of cool that it's only 3 SKUs, where as of right now, hopefully we get a guy version there. And I guess you could use tape, and there's other things out there, but if it's if it really works that well, which clearly it does, because if to have sales blow up like that right out of the gate, you're solving a problem. Hopefully it's not too expensive to produce or to sell. You are staring down an opportunity to go from like almost zero to here, to borrow a term from Lori, hero, and it just goes to show you that like. It's not impossible for you to go and accomplish that with what your business is. I don't know how where to say it than that.
Where are you selling it?
Yeah.
Last year, 90% of our revenue came
Online?
from organic TikTok at a $0 customer.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's
amazing.
Well, guys, let me ask you a tougher question. What happens if TikTok gets shut down or diminished?
Our focus for the first half of this year was how do we diversify
Smart.
revenue. We were able to take our winners from TikTok, put them on paid channels, and they're extremely efficient, doing much better.
What's the return?
Our ROAS on paid ads is over 5x.
Wow.
5X.
amazing.
So Taylor, what's
Wow.
the cost of the product?
What is the cost and what do you sell them for?
Our costs landed are $8 and we sell them for $30. So we're at a
Good for
75-ish.
you.
Feel like we're just at the beginning. We've been able to get it to this point, but we're smart enough to know that we need the expertise of taking this from a single product company to an actual brand with lasting power and staying power and truly solving problems that women are facing. We started with $10,000. We weren't able to launch a whole line, and also we wouldn't
You're
have
lucky
known.
that saved you. Let me give you some advice.
Thank you.
What I would suggest, talk to your customers, because that's what you do best, and let them tell you what they're going to buy and what they're going to order. You have to always know what business you're in and what you're great at. And you're great at marketing on social. And so you've got to play that. Unfortunately, so many things I could say. But unfortunately, it's not really my wheelhouse. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Thank you. We love what you do. And thank you.
Thank you.
What I love about Shark Tank is you learn about stuff you didn't even know. NFO, who knew? Boob accessory market, who knew? Right.
Bam.
I like to think I know a little bit about everything, but I may have hit an industry I know nothing about. Not for me.
Thank you so much. We look up to you so much. So
Thank you.
I mean, like, no surprises in either one of them backing out on that deal, unfortunately, because I feel like one of the things that gets me is what they did, at least what they didn't talk about, maybe they cut it out, is, you know, okay, you're doing great with social media. You took those your best performing videos, you put them into paid ads, right, on other platforms, still doing great. But what are you doing in the email space, right? Like, what are you doing to keep that relationship going with the existing customers that you have, so that you don't end up getting on this treadmill of, yeah, I mean, 5x return on ad spend is awesome, but that might not always be the case, right? Your core audience are the ones that already bought from you. You got to be able to keep them coming back in, and that's where it really makes a lot of sense to figure out your email marketing game, and that's where I would be trying to point them, is not just, you know, figuring out where to put the ad next, but to keep bringing those customers back, and what's the next product, right? And as Mark said, talk to the customers, find out what's the next problem that you can solve for them on top of this.
Amazing.
I actually think you're more than just really good marketeers. I think that you are really early in this business, and I've seen so many businesses where you get that early groundswell, you know, and it's like TikTok's on fire, but it isn't a business until you've figured out how many ways can you find that customer. And right now you're going through one channel. There's a huge opportunity for this in wholesale and more traditional retail if you choose to go down that way. And I think there's a ton more product you can do. So with all of that being said, I'm actually going to give you guys an offer. You came in asking for $300,000 for 5%, and I'll happily give you the $300,000, but I want 12.5% of the business.
Whoa.
First of all, we can't thank you enough for the offer. You're a queen, our icon. Lori, also the QVC queen.
Wait a second. What am I, chopping over here?
Mr. Wonderful, the best sport.
You're a queen too, Kevin.
I have an offer too. Let me put an offer out there. It doesn't cost you as much, because I find her very greedy, okay? 12.5% is very
That's my name.
selfish of her.
Mrs.
Right?
Greedy.
So
Exactly.
I will offer you the $300,000 at the 5%, but if I ever saw a product that could handle a royalty, it's this. So I would like $1 per set until I get back $1 million. So it's just over 3x on my investment, and I'll keep the 5% equity to just, you know, help you build it. We'll sell it one day to a behemoth. I think she's wonderful, but she's greedy.
I'll be greedy for you too.
It's disgusting.
I'll be greedy for you too. That's a heck of a line back there. Not a bad offer. I mean, look, that's one of the less greedy offers that Mr. Wonderful has offered late, you know, as of late, or ever really. Just a 3x return. I'm surprised he didn't want to go for a 5x, go for at least 1.5 million. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that he's the right shark, but because of, from a marketing standpoint, but just, you know, Emma has the women's clothing line stuff. So I don't know that Kevin's the right one. So maybe at the very least he could get Emma to come down to like 8-10% maybe.
5% equity is ridiculous.
Here's the thing. I have built businesses in this space to be worth billions and billions of dollars. You want to build a giant business, and I can actually help you do that.
Well,
not because I'm talking about it, because I'm
excuse me, if
So what are you waiting on, guys?
over and over and over again in this space.
Where's
Mr.
Lori
Wonderful,
at?
thank you so much. Those are two very interesting offers. Where do you see from
my
a
goodness.
partnership?
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my goodness,
Casey,
you're
he
asking
knows
me.
nothing.
Actually asking him a
Valid
question.
question. You should No,
When you have
should make
Emma
the
Green right
assumption.
here who's done this multiple times.
May I answer?
This is early, to Emma's point, and so we want to make sure it's worth your time. I would love to be able to just put the money back into the business as much as we can, to grow it as much as we can, so the royalty component wouldn't work for us.
Why are you still talking to him?
No, but I'll
Seriously.
give you
You wanna do it,
300,000, and the only
Seriously,
way I get it.
why are you still talking to him?
Guys, what are you waiting for?
This is our baby. Obviously, we want to keep as much equity as we can.
As you
Would you
should.
be willing to do $300K for 8%?
No.
Maybe 10.
Do 300K for
For 11?
10% final
there you
offer.
Nailed it. Yeah, I think you have to do it. All right, there you go.
Just happened. Emma is setting the trends in the industry, and I think our company is a perfect complement to some of the other things she's working on, and she's going to help us blow this out of the water.
If there was anybody who was ever a perfect
You were the
fit for a
perfect
business,
partner.
you're
I
the perfect.
feel like I'm fitting
Yeah.
perfectly. I'm a boob solution queen.
Yep.
What's incredible though is Kevin thinks he's the perfect fit for every business.
That's right, I am.
Every business, yes, that is. I mean, it could work, but I don't know if I would recommend it. All right, so let's see here. So we got their website, reinventing the. Oh, it went by faster than I could. We got Shark Tank right at the top, which is great to see. Generally I like to see faces, but in this case, hands can work. If Oprah doesn't make this one of her favorite things, there's no justice in the world. This is a real game changer from our girls. So different people. Again, like seeing people and faces. It seems like a game changer to me. But I don't know. I mean, I don't. Again, I'd love to see a guy version of it. Join the CAKES community. So the Hype Girl program. So is this like an affiliate setup? Yeah, earn commission. So this is I guess part of their solution to not have to just pay for ads, but also pay for other people. So yeah, CAKES $30. Is that for all, like any size? Oh yeah, any size. $30 all colors, all sizes, just $30. I'm kind of curious as how many times would you, I guess if you were gonna wash it, I guess you would just like get some soap and water and kind of like rinse it off. Doesn't talk about cleaning. But hey, you go. 15,170 reviews, 4.3 stars. Great to see. Absolutely great to see. So let's go over to Facebook where we got 2,100 followers over there. Girl, I've got a problem. I don't know what to get all the women in my family for Christmas. Get them cakes, obviously. There's a little bit of engagement, not too much on Facebook. That's not, it's pretty standard for what we see here on the channel. 53,000 followers. 53,000 followers with quite a bit of engagement, more engagement than on Facebook for sure. Good to see. Let's see. Over on TikTok, we got 70,000 followers there with 4.7 million likes. So definitely showing that's killing it on TikTok. And that genuinely doesn't even feel like that many for how much sales they're doing in sales. Compared to like some other accounts. Like I was expecting it to be over 150,000, maybe even 200,000 followers, and probably closer to like 15 to 20 million likes, which I'm sure they're going to get to at some point. But they're doing that much business with I don't want to say just that amount, but comparatively speaking, you don't need like tens of millions of likes and tens of millions, hundreds of thousands of followers to be able to make a business, as long as you got the right kind of product with the right offer at the right price. And these ladies are doing it. So I would absolutely love to have you come on for an interview. Just drop a comment down below. Taylor, Casey, just drop a comment. We'll get it scheduled up. Like this one from Ashley. Inc1, who says, new subscriber here. Well, welcome. I am on the second video in your collection and very impressed. My wife makes amazing vegan premium ice cream and desserts in Los Angeles, mostly selling to farmers markets and a few local restaurants. She is preparing to expand, so your insights are extremely valuable. In several areas. Well, I appreciate you, Ashley Inc., being a part of the super community. I'm so glad to hear that your wife is doing something that she hopefully enjoys and loves, and that's what it's, being super is all about, doing great things for both you and the people around you, and being the best that you can be. So I absolutely appreciate the fact that she's going out there and putting out great premium ice cream desserts. So thanks for showing up in the comments and being a part of the super community. Anyway, I appreciate you watching on the way, and I'll see you in one of these two videos over here. Take care. Now go be super.